Good evening, and welcome to the Playoffs event. I am Montess Burt, fashion show producer of tonight's event. What you're about to see is the making of tonight's fashion show. What we did was we allowed FaceLife Foundation to come in and do a behind-the-scenes look of what it took for us to put together such an amazing event. This show is like a production. You know, we have our designers, we have our staff team, we have the models, we have the hairstylists, we have the talent artists, we have the makeup artists, the DJ, and the lighting team. We have all these people that come together to make this show a huge success.
Okay. All right, here we go. So everyone, as y'all know, this is our 6th show that we have coming up, so good job with that.
It takes about a year for me to prepare for these shows. I spent all last summer preparing for this show. I didn't have a title for the show or anything. I just kind of got in my notebook and I began writing. You know, I needed time to myself to be creative. And when it's just quiet and solo and I'm by myself, I just start writing. I get creative and I have all these ideas from inspirations from things that I've seen in the past, from people I've seen do things, and I use my own creativity to mix all that together to come up with my show.
Our last show had to be about 250 people in attendees. So we had a really large amount of people that turned out. We're shooting for that amount of people and more this year. You know, we had those accordion things that almost knocked down during the show last year. And this year I want to kind of go with the actual the backdrops covers.
The first thing that I do is I have a meeting with my staff team. Before the first rehearsal, we always go into a meeting. And in these meetings, you have my makeup artist, we have my head hairstylist, we have both of my runway and walking coaches, we have my production assistant, we have my lead designer, I have my host for the show, my DJ is there, and my red carpet correspondents, and we sit in there and we deliberate. We look at the past show, we see what we did, we take a look at the models' walks, we take a look at the intro dance, we take a look at the videos, we take a look at the venue, and we have all these visuals, and we look at it and we say, we like this, we didn't like this, this worked. But the crazy thing is we have all these suggestions going around, but at the end of the day, it's my show, and what I say kind of goes.
Honestly, I was very excited because I worked with him in the past, my freshman year, and I was working with another choreographer at the time, and just the experience was awesome. It just like opened me more up as a dancer, and I was just excited, ecstatic when he asked me to be a part of it. Honestly, I watched it the first day he sent me the link. And I watched it the whole day, and I memorized it. And that day I was ready to like go ahead and break down the steps. I do the counts of every dance and where she break the singing, where I need to make up something. When someone gives you something, they're so serious and passionate about it because it's something they do. You just want to be as much passionate about it as you can to put forth the effort and support them in ways they need to. So I was just determined to at least know it mentally so I could teach other girls and so we can bring it together by the day of the show.
The next thing that we do is we have our casting call. We do the casting call. It's about a 2-day casting call where we have experienced models, those who have never done it before, those who are just interested in it, and they come out to this casting call. I get with my staff team and we sit and we go through every model. Now these models have heard about my shows in the past, and what they do, you know, they work hard, they're working out, they're making the connections, they're getting dialed up, they're getting their walks together, and they're meeting with me in advance to say, what do I need to work on? And they come in and they do the casting call. You have everyone walking, and some make it, some don't. Some drop out at the last minute. But the greatest thing is I'm able to work with new people. I'm able to work with older people, and I'm able to work with my staff team. After we do this casting call, we spend about 3 months in training. These models are with me with rehearsals, and at rehearsals we runway train. You know, we go over exactly what I'm looking for in the show. Now, at these rehearsals, there are so much that I kind of just get really creative with at the rehearsals. And that's why I have my runway coaches there to kind of take over, because I can sit back and I can say, this is what I want. This is not what I want. I need you to walk like this. I need you to change this up. I want to put a camera here. I want to do lightings here. I want to change staging here. But I'm able to have these people on my staff team so that when I need to sit back and kind of create my show, I can do that without a problem. We have some disagreements here and there, but the greatest thing I love about my team is we can be mature in our agreements. And what that means is, you know, someone may say something that I may not enjoy or I may not like for the show, and it's okay if I say, I don't like that. And they say, hey, okay. You know, and then there may be a few funny faces or a smack of the lips or a grunt here and there, but they know that I have a vision, and everything that I do with my show has to line up with my vision. The thing I hate the most about doing this show would have to be the actual waiting game. The waiting game of waiting till it's time for the show date to get here. Because during this, of course, I get creative, and my creative juices start to flowing. My mind starts going all over the place, and sometimes it becomes so much and so overwhelming that I feel like giving up. And you know, and there are times where I'm sitting by myself and I want to cry, because it's like, man, is this really what I want to do? And I know that I have a team, but there's something about where you have a project and it's your baby, and only you know how you want this thing to happen. So it's so hard to give people different positions, because you want them to be able to do it the exact way that you do it. And that's how I look at my projects. However, I took a huge step and I was able to get a great team and say, this is what I need you to do and this is what I need you to do. And they executed and it went well. That feeling that I have been able to give someone who probably would never be able to be on a runway, who would never have that opportunity to do fashion shows or anything like that. And what I'm able to do is say, I gave you that platform and I allowed you to use your talent and show it. And I do that because people have done that for me in the past. And that's what I love about the show. I mean, that's what gets me excited and it gets me going, is because I can say, this is what I can do for you to showcase your talent. You know, I can give you this, and I'm happy when I see the end results. I'm working on creating a talent agency, MLBe Talent, which MLB is my initials. However, you have to put the E at the end because it's an encouraging thing. That BE means be something, be different, be successful, be great. And these are all things that I was taught to do, you know, growing up. So MLBe Talent will be an agency that houses different talents. And what we do is, you know, we create events, we find them work, and we manage them, and we manage their brand, you know, from modeling to photography to videography to designers to hairstylists to makeup artists. And we create these events, and I take my talent agency on a journey. I give them a huge project to achieve and to just kind of make happen and to get them to showcase their talent. And I enjoy it. With that being said, I want you to just sit back, relax, take in what I said, and watch my show and see the different talents that come together to create such an amazing event. I'm gonna leave you with these last encouraging words, and everyone knows I say it at the end of my shows. Remember, it's not what you wear, but it's how you wear it. And again, this is the playoffs. Oh, let me not forget. Let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, my host for tonight's event, Mr. Martin Tompkins.